Hello everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome back to the railway. Today I've got a bit of a different video coming up for you today, and it's the first time I've ever done this. It is an unboxing, but it's a fresh unboxing if you like. I've not actually seen what's inside here. I've had the lid off, glanced what was inside it and didn't go any further because I wanted to do this live on camera. So for the first time you're actually seeing it for the first time with me. Which is very exciting, I'm sure you'll agree. As you'll have told by the title, it's some rolling stock, the old style Hornby rolling stock, which I'm very fond of. So without further ado, let's get the lid off and let's have a look. Now this is a set of 14 wagons, which I got for about £25. So let's sit back and let's get started. Before I get any of this out, I'm going to get a pair of scissors just in case I need it. It looks like I'm going to, so be right back. Right, it's a bit of a mishmash then, a big mix of everything really, so let's start. Let's have a look at this one. Oh yes, this is the Cadbury's goods van. So I think we'd all like to break into one of these in real life, wouldn't we? Look at that, that's not bad. Plastic wheels unfortunately, but never mind. Easily replaced, of course. Depending on how many of these are plastic, I will, let's see where I can put this where it's still in view. I will be looking into buying another set of, you know, metal wheels from Hornby or such. Right, this one looks like that McVitie's one that we've seen so many times. This will go very nicely with my existing McVitie's wagon. Or I think I might have a couple. Metal wheels this time. The old style metal wheels, but metal is metal and I'm not fussy. So that's a good one, that's not bad, that's got to be worth a few pounds. Right, now I quite like the look of this one. It looks to me like one of the wagons I could put some stones in if I wanted to, although I am actually trying to get away from the stones because they're very heavy and I could put something more realistic in there. But not to worry. Oh yes. Oh, it's a Pico one and it's got a weight in it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it is actually metal. That looks very nice. Gives it a very authentic look. Gosh, it is actually metal. Look at that. I've not seen many of those. Plastic wheels though. Everything's metal except the wheels. Never mind. That's very nice. I didn't know Pico made metal wagons. Or indeed wagons full stop. Now this one looks very interesting. Shall we have a look what this one is? Now, I do like the look of this one. Oh, I'm going to need the scissors though. It's well sellotaped up this time. Metal wheels I can see already. Ooh, look at this. This is interesting. What the heck are these? Well, it looks like milk. It's by Kleinbachen, made in Austria, that looks like. Well, your guess is as good as mine. It looks like on these containers it says 1,000 litres, so it could be milk, it could be alcohol, I don't know. I'm not keen on the sight of these couplings though. Very odd couplings there, and they are on pivoted, or articulated I suppose, trucks. So this might end up as a piece of scenery, or if these couplings are compatible, or I can get them off and put some Hornby ones on, that will look interesting at the very least, if not unique on the layout, so that's not bad. Okay, this is another wagon that I could put stuff into, like stones or, you know, something of that description. Oh, okay. Well, we've got this, looks like glue on the inside. We'll take that out straight away. Okay, I don't think I've got one of these before, have I? You probably know better than I do, but it's Ocean. What's it say? 921. Load 10 tons. 10-ton wagon for you. Plastic wheels again. This one is a Hornby one, made in Britain, with Hornby couplings. That's your box standard wagon. I love it. It's going to run brilliantly, and I can always put some metal wheels in if I choose to. Very good. Right, well these three strike me as being the tanker wagons, so we'll start with those. Well, we'll carry on with those. Right, this one's the grey one, and these are great because I can really start to make a big rake of these wagons up. This one's a bit dirty, but I'll clean it up this afternoon. It's the shell one in grey. It's supposed to be grey, it's more of a dirty green at the moment. The ladder's a bit loose, but that's alright. Oh, there we are. It's not loose now, clipped it back on. Metal wheels, so if nothing else I've got a set of metal wheels, but that ought to be promising. Yellow one, now this one is not one that I've already got. Come on. I have got yellow ones, but what's written on this one looks different. It's the Cement Marketing Company, bulk delivery. It isn't actually a tanker like the rest, it just looks a bit like one on a close inspection. Plastic wheels, and you'll be pleased to know this one appears to be Triang, but with modern wheels. So I'm always very happy to run Triang stuff if it's got modern wheels. Triang because I like it, modern wheels because it doesn't derail on my track and I can trust it to go around. It's got some weight to it as well, and of course it's quite an interesting looking thing. If I had 4 or 5 of these, which I could start to look for now, it would make a very interesting little goods train, I think. Now I'm just going to adjust my position. Oh, this one's a bit rattly. Might have to open this one up and see if there's anything I can secure inside it, but I don't know if that's possible. Alright, this one's made in England, so it's probably going to be Hornby. Yeah, there's something. Hold on. Let's do an investigation. Let's try and get the top off, because that really is a very irritating racket this one's making. Aha. Right, well this weight for a start is loose, and I don't think it should be. And then these seem to split apart. This comes off. I've never done this before, it's something new. And inside there is what appears to be a little bit of lead, which is loose. I think we'll keep that out. It's reasonably heavy without it. Let's put this back together. Because it's one thing having them running nicely, being plenty weighty enough, but I can't be doing with that noise every time. Oops, wrong way. I can't be doing with that noise every time she moves, so yeah, sacrifice that. But right, which way does this go on? I assume it doesn't matter. I hope it doesn't matter. Go on you pop. Don't want to bust it, there we go. Back together, and it's a bit quieter, it's just the couplings clanking around now. Right, well very happy so far. Looks like we've got a brake van here. Always nice. I've always run out, I've only got about 3 brake vans, and sometimes I do like to make more than 3 freight trains. So at least this lot's already got, oh, and it's a nice one too. Looks like it could be Triang, let's see. Oh no, it is in the Hornby Railways category. S6339, and it's quite not a bad one at all. A bit dirty, but dirt's alright. I can get my paintbrush and a few wet cotton buds and clean those up. Metal wheels, excellent. Good handful of these have been metal wheels actually, which I'm surprised about. Normally when you get these cheaper ones, you do tend to find just plastic. Right, this one looks. I've got one of these, but it's broken. It's actually, you might have seen this sitting on the layout, because I think one of the couplings was missing, so I nicked the wheels. But this is made in England. It doesn't say the company, but we can probably assume it's Triang or Hornby. Pleen Company Coke, Colliery Limited, Smithy, Bannockburn number 4. Looks like a 10-ton, probably livestock. No, Coke, sorry. I've just read Coke and just predicted livestock. No, it's Coke. Not bad, not bad. That's a unique one. I do like running them if I've got 4 or 5 examples of the same wagon. But again, an odd train, you know, full of bits and bobs is also just as appealing. So I'm not fussy really, you know me. Bolsover. Now I've got one of these, I think, but I think the one I've already got is Triang. This one's Hornby. Metal wheels, noticeably exceedingly light. So some stones will probably help this one actually. But having said that, just look at that. That really doesn't look bad, does it? That looks pretty good. That's one of the best condition wise. Right, this one. I know this. I recognise this one. It's one of those Porkies. Yes, prime pork. I've got a couple of these. Metal wheels, so it's already a plus. A bit yellowed on the roof, it's been sitting in the sun I think. But that's alright. My wagons are all used. They're not just sitting there on display, so if you're a bit war torn, if you're a bit, I don't know, a bit bedraggled, you can come and run on my railway. Yep, metal wheels, jolly good. Right, it's the last one, we're on to the last one. And it's an interesting one. Let's get this out without damaging it. Oh, look at that, what a grand finale. Look at this. It looks like it's obviously from a mine or something. It's got one of these handles on the top. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Which you presumably lift the wagon up with a crane or something. But it's already got this load in it, look at that. And it's a Hornby one, made in Great Britain. Plastic wheels, but it's got a false load in it. That's the first one I've ever had with a load. Assuming Hornby will have produced these with the loads inside, I don't know. Because none of these others have, and they're all from the same person. Right, let's have a look at them all together then, and then I'll put them into a train and we'll get them to run. There we go, 13 wagons for about £25. So, with probably with the exception of this one, I can run all of these as they are, but I will want to, you know, clean the wheels, replace some of the wheels when I get them. But yeah, that's very cool. Let's get them running. Let's make a train. Well, here's all but one of them then, all on the rails. If I pull back a bit, you can see the last few. Of course, the one I've left out is this one, simply because I don't like the couplings on it, and I don't think it would agree with the rest of the train. But I'm now fairly certain that I've got my money's worth, especially this trying one. I really like that one. I've never seen one of those before. I don't know if any of you have. This metal one here is quite interesting. Of course, I love the one with the load in it, and then the two other empty wagons are nice as well. And of course, the brake vans are always extremely useful, so I'm very pleased about that. But yeah, let's get going. Now the Rat is going to give us a bit of a run today, simply because I don't run her very often on camera, but in my own time I do run her quite a lot. She does a lot of the track cleaning, and you know, because she's a nice little loco, she does quite a lot of freight work for me and when I have guests over, so I thought I'd let her run for you. And in case I didn't say, it's actually the Class 25, but it's known as the Rat to a lot of people. So I'm going to try and I'll film the coupling by hand today, so hopefully you can see the controls on the select. Just because it's so hot today, I don't really want to turn the computer on because it kicks out quite a bit of heat. There we go, coupled up, change direction, and off she goes. Ooh, a bit rattly. There we go. Let's see how she gets on with all that. Look at that. It's definitely an odd bod train. It's got everything. I like the sound of this loco actually. It's very diesel-esque, isn't it? Well everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video today, a little bit different, so my apologies if you prefer to see steam locos and things like that, but I'm always very excited by new rolling stock. So thank you very much for watching. All of you are great who always keep coming back to watch the videos. Thank you so much for always doing that. And I will see you very soon. I haven't decided what I'll be doing next, but hopefully you'll enjoy it, whatever it is. But I'll sign out now, and yeah, see you soon. Cheers everybody.